Everyone, welcome to Dorothy's Kitchen and Garden channel. As you can see guys, today in this video I'm going to be planting potatoes. So with the gloves ready and a hat because it's a very hot day in the UK today, so we're going to begin the planting. The soil is already prepared in that huge pot guys, and for those of you who have been following me, you know that I was using this pot for my compost, but now I had to take it to take out the compost so that I can plant my potatoes, because I do know that potatoes require a huge pot because they do multiply, and so there is space for the potatoes. Another thing as well is because I did not see any need to buy another pot, because I don't have such a huge space on my balcony, and I needed to have access, coming out of my balcony, so I just had to use this one. Yeah, just to let you know guys, so I buried the potatoes with the shoots, the side of the shoot facing upward, and then poured more soil so that they will be easy for them to pop up, and of course added a little bit more soil, and then now watered. So it wasn't much work to do because I had prepared the soil beforehand. So this is the multi-purpose compost soil that I found at my local shops, and guys, and I was so excited because I had been going to B&Q to get soil. So just the other day I had a stroll with my daughter and we found that they were selling the soil, and I was extremely happy. Just keep watching guys. Next guys, I'm going to be planting chilies in this tray. Okay, this is a seedling tray, so with my multi-purpose compost soil, I'm going to lay that soil in there, and I'm going to of course mix it well, take out bits that maybe are lumpy or sticks, and then taking those little seedling pots, I'm going then to plant my chili seedlings in there. And the reason being, my chilies are still at an infant stage where they're very fragile, so I just need to plant them into these small pots, and then later I'm going of course to transfer them into bigger pots, just the same way I did for the tomatoes. Okay, so I'm then mixing, putting the soil. So I'm going to lay the soil in this pot, and then of course down on the tray, as you have seen guys, because this is for so that when the roots, like for example, penetrates those little seedlings, then they can as well have some more space on the tray. Now I'm crushing my eggs. If you have been watching my videos, I use my eggs to spread on the soil, because eggs are high in minerals, and I've been seeing them really become really handy, like a nice fertilizer, which is organic. And so like my tomatoes were dead, and these eggs did revive them. So if you're planting, just a little tip for the garden, and I'm adding them on top of my potatoes there. Just crush, dry your eggs, make sure they're dry, or you can even put them in the oven a little bit to avoid slugs, coming to your garden because of the eggs, and then crush them, and then you just, spread them over the soil, and you're good to go. Your plants are going to love the minerals, and they're going to thrive. That's another tray guys that I'm going to put some other very tiny seedlings and cover them. Okay, just keep watching, and I hope you're enjoying the video. So what I'm doing here, I'm going to take off that compost soil from the tray, of course not totally all of it, and then I'm going to get the wood soil on that green tray, because I do like mixing different soils, because as I have been planting and getting some experience, I've realized that some soils are much richer in nutrients and they're better for the plants than others. The reason why I'm mixing. Now with the little seedling pots layered with soil and crushed eggshells for minerals, I'm going to begin planting my baby seedlings, baby chilies, chili seedlings. Okay, now that's just me mixing the soil with the eggshells. Guys, did you know that eggshells are very rich in minerals? They are organic fertilizers. My seedling tomatoes were dying, and then I put the eggshells, and within a few days my tomatoes were back alive and thriving, guys. I was quite amazed. So now that's my holy grail. You can see the little baby seedlings, those are chilies. They've been in that plastic container for some time because they did sprout, but I hadn't gone to the shops to buy the soil. So when I grabbed a bag of soil, you can see them, guys, they're quite fragile. When I grabbed a bag of soil, I was so quick to plant them before they died. And you believe you me, you're going to find they're going to grow. Just a little bit of TLC, speaking to my plants every day and watering them. Little bit, you know, I've put my eggshells in there for minerals. Within a very short span of time, you're going to see them fragile seedlings sprout into, you know, into some big chilies. Okay, so if you want to see the progress and see how my plants are growing, and for those of you who have been following me, you have seen me plant those tomatoes from baby tomato seedlings like these chilies, and now you can see the tomatoes by the side there and the cabbage. Yeah, so guys, if you want to see the progress, just keep watching. And if you like what I'm doing and you're motivated to also use your small spaces to plant your own food, you know what? Be encouraged and join the club. Whatever space that you have, if you do not have a balcony, you know, your kitchen seal, your little space in the house, you have a pot and soil, you're ready to go, guys. I mean, it's not magic. It's just, you know, using the space that you have. Now, those are my chilies already planted. They're so fragile, guys. But yeah, keep watching, keep coming, and you'll see the progress. And then from there, you're going to see how they're going to be, you know, huge chilies. For those who started with me from the beginning, I planted everything from the scratch. And actually, guys, I've been planting from scrape vegetables. That means I do not buy seeds. I just use whatever I have. If it's like these chilies, I took the seeds from the chili fruit, and then I put the seeds into a plastic container and sprouted them, and then I come and plant them. So I haven't literally bought seeds from the store to come and plant. I was a newbie, and as a novice, I just wanted to experiment with that because I knew I had nothing to lose. Okay, now this is another little tray that I have just layered the soil. And if you are aware, guys, I have not put any eggshells in these. So what I'm going to do is I am going to compare, you know, the ones I have planted with eggshells with the ones I have put here, and let's compare and see if it's me who is just like hyping a little bit too much for the eggshells. But believe you me, we're going to see the difference, because we will see the ones that have been planted in the little pots and the ones that are layered here on the tray. Some with the ones with the pots, they have eggshells, these others do not have, and let's see which one does better. Okay, so guys, if you like what I'm doing, then let me hear from the comments below. If you want to also try and plant your own food for self-sustenance, you know, these are times that we need to really cater for ourselves, guys. And if you do so, please leave me a comment, subscribe, share my channel so that other people can also see and be encouraged. Like, give it a thumbs up so that I can also be motivated to bring more videos. Yeah, share with your friends and families. And yeah, let's keep growing, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for your support. Oh yes, if you're new here, you're very much welcome. This is a place where, you know, we are planting our own food for our own sustenance. This is the place where we're not looking at if we have gardens or big farms or not. This is a place where we're using what we have at hand, you know, from accepting and appreciating little beginnings, and of course making use of small spaces, transforming them, you know, even if it's one pot at a time, to grow our own food. Okay, keep watching, guys, and I'm glad that you're here in my channel. Okay, I hope you enjoy it. So here we have a drying plant. It's a little plant that my daughter had bought for me when she was 12, so 3 years ago. This plant seems like just a spring plant, you know, it's a seasonal plant, so it comes alive in spring. So, and then towards midsummer or beginning towards midsummer, it starts drying up again. The first time it dried up, I almost threw it, but then I forgot. And then when it came to the next spring, I saw the leaves coming up. And then I realized, oh, okay, it's just a spring plant. So what I do when it starts drying up like this, because the stem is still vibrant, it's still healthy, I just remove the leaves, as you can see me doing here, and thank it for the springtime that it blossomed, and then I wait until the next season in spring.
Have a good time, eh? All passengers traveling the COVID-19 destination, please note it has been cancelled. Been cancelled. Been cancelled. Been cancelled. Been cancelled. Have a good time, eh? All passengers traveling the COVID-19 destination, please note